what nectar from the lips of Radha Swami.
You heard the nectar from the lips of Radhanath Swami.
The Vijay, he became an acharya in the Nimbarka Sampradaya.
The Digvijay, he became an acharya in the Nimbarka Sampradaya.
He gave up his materialistic learning
He gave up his materialistic learning
to be a devotee.
to be a devotee.
So, this is the mercy of Lord Chaitanya.
So, this is the mercy of Lord Chaitanya.
Now, Lord Chaitanya, after he came back, he was doing all these pastimes.
So, Lord Chaitanya, after he came back, he was doing all these pastimes.
And his mother was thinking that he should get married again.
And his mother was thinking that he should get married again.
So she was keeping her eye open.
So, she was keeping her eyes open.
And there was a girl who would always offer her respect.
And there was a girl who would always offer her respects.
She is known as Vishnupriya.
She is known as Vishnupriya.
And she thought this would be a very nice bride for my son.
She thought this would be a very nice bride for my son.
And every time when she was at the Ganges, Vishnupriya would offer her obeisances.
And every time she was at the Ganges, Vishnupriya would offer her obeisances.
In the Navadvip Dham Mahatmya,
In the Navadvip Dham Mahatmya,
in Madhudram Dvip,
in Modudram Dvip,
Lord Ram, he was smiling.
Lord Ram, he was smiling.
He visited the Navadvip Dham with Sita and Lakshmana.
He visited Navadvip Dham with Sita and Lakshman.
Sita Devi asked, why you are smiling?
So Sita Devi asked, why you're smiling?
He said, this pastime, I banished you to the forest.
This pastime I managed through the forest.
No, banished. Banished. B-A-N-I-S-H.
Okay.
Banished.
This pastime I was banished to the forest.
And then in Kali Yuga, and all the worshipping a golden form of you.
And in Kali Yuga, I would be worshipping.
No. Why out? And this pastime,
In this pastime,
I'll be worshipping a golden form of you, Sita Devi.
I would be worshipping a golden form of you, Sita Devi.
But in Kali Yuga,
But in Kali Yuga,
I'll be banished to the forest,
I'll be banished to the forest,
and you'll be worshipping a golden form
and you will be worshipping a golden form
of myself.
of myself.
So, either way, it didn't seem very good for Sita.
Either way, this didn't look very good for Sita.
But the three pastimes, Ram, Krishna, Gauranga, they're connected.
The three pastimes, Ram, Krishna, and Gauranga, they are connected.
So anyway, Kashinath Mishra, he was the Ghatak, and he proposed to Mother Sachi. Kashishwar. Mishra.
So Kashishwar Mishra was a Ghatak and he proposed to Mother Sachi
That Raj Pandit Sanatan has this daughter, Vishnupriya, and she's very highly qualified, the family very highly qualified.
and he said, Raj Pandit,
Sanatan.
Raj Pandit Sanatan, he has a daughter Vishnupriya and she is very highly qualified.
And the family is very noble.
And their family is very noble.
So I think this is a good match
So I think this is a good match
for Nimai and for Nimai.
So I think this is a good match for Nimai.
So Mother Sachi said, "Oh, you go and find out what they think."
So Mother Sachi said, where you're going,
You go and find out what they think.
you go and find out what they think.
So seems that the Ghatak,
Seems like the Ghatak,
he would scope out the scene. He would scope out the scene. Scope out, he would see the possibilities
he would see the possibilities
and then propose.
and then propose.
I still think we need one. We need good Ghataks. It's not.
I still think that we need many Ghataks in ISKCON.
So Mother Sachi gave him the green signal.
So Mother Sachi gave him the green signal.
And he went over to see Raj Pandit Sanatan.
And he went over to see Raj Pandit Sanatan.
And he proposed whether he would like to give his daughter in marriage to Nimai Pandit.
And he proposed whether he would like to give his daughter in marriage to Nimai Pandit.
You know. Who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't?
My Pandit is reservoir of all good qualities.
Nimai Pandit is the reservoir of all good qualities.
It's a great opportunity,
This is a great opportunity,
and I can think of a better husband for my daughter.
and I cannot think of a better husband for my daughter.
So he agreed,
So he agreed,
and then the message was given back to Mother Sachi.
and then the message was given back to Mother Sachi.
At that time, Buddhimanta Khan, he said, I paid for all the wedding.
At that time, Buddhimanta Khan, he said that I will pay for all the wedding.
But Sanjay Mukunda said, what about me?
But Sanjay Mukunda said, what about me?
I will not going to do an ordinary Brahmin wedding. I want to do a wedding fit for a prince.
I don't want to do an ordinary wedding. I want to do a wedding fit for the rich.
Fit for a prince.
Fit for a prince.
And they now not place visiting Godram Deep.
In the Navdeep Dham, there is a place for visiting in Godrum Dweep.
It's called the Suvarna Vihar.
It is called the Suvarna Vihar.
There the king of Suvarna, King Suvarna Sena,
There, King Suvarna Sena,
he was ruling in the previous yuga.
he was ruling in a previous yuga.
So, Narada Muni came to visit him,
Narada Muni came to visit him,
told him how the material world was temporary.
he told him how the material world was temporary
And how all the relatives were brought together and then separated by time.
how all the relatives are brought together and then separated by time.
But you are the king of Gauranga's holy dham.
But you are the king of Gauranga's holy Dham.
In Kali Yuga, the Lord comes at Gauranga.
In Kali Yuga, the Lord comes as Gauranga.
The king, he became very attracted to that name.
The king, he became very attracted to that name
He started to chant it.
and he started to chant it.
Gauranga,
Gauranga!
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 Gauranga, 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 Gauranga.
Gauranga!
He would chant Gauranga every day.
He would chant Gauranga every day.
One day, Lord Gauranga appeared to him.
One day, Lord Gauranga appeared to him.
He was overwhelmed to see the beauty of the Lord.
He was overwhelmed to see the beauty of the Lord.
He bowed down and paid his obeisances.
He bowed down and paid his obeisances.
When he rose up, the Lord was gone.
When he rose up, the Lord was gone.
He tried to invoke the Lord again.
He tried to invoke the Lord again.
Gauranga,
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 Gauranga. But the Lord was not appearing.
But the Lord was not appearing.
Then the Lord spoke to him.
Then the Lord spoke to him.
You are not ready yet
You are not ready yet
to see me.
to see me,
I've given you some special mercy.
but I have given you some special mercy.
In my pastime,
In my pastime,
you'll come as my associate.
you will come as my associate.
Your name will be Buddhimanta Khan.
Your name will be Buddhimanta Khan.
So, Buddhimanta Khan was one of the neighbors of Lord Gauranga.
So Buddhimanta Khan was one of the neighbors of Lord Gauranga.
He was a rich tax collector.
He was a rich tax collector.
He was the head of all the tax collectors.
He was the head of all the tax collectors.
So he arranged a far-out procession. Far out.
He arranged a far-out procession.
But before that, there's Adivas.
But before that, there is the Adivas.
And someone complained,
Someone complained,
people are coming twice
people are coming twice
to get some prasadam.
to get some prasadam.
He said, serve them 5 times
Serve them 5 times.
the amount. So why they should come back?
So why they should come back?
We'll give them profuse prasad.
We shall give them profuse prasadam.
So what would spill while they're serving the prasad
So what was spilled while they were serving prasad
was more than what normally given out in a adivas.
was normally what was more than what was given out in an adivas.
What is still.
What was spilled was more than what was normally given out in an adivas.
5 times.
5 times.
So then on the day of the procession,
Then on the day of the procession,
he had a far-out procession.
he had a far-out procession.
First he had tax collectors
First he had tax collectors
lined up,
lined up,
gunmen,
gunmen,
clowns,
clowns,
musicians,
musicians.
one after another. He had so many things that you didn't see before.
One after the other. He had so many things that you didn't see before.
Then the Brahmins.
Then the Brahmins.
So people, they never saw such a procession.
So people, they never saw such a procession.
But one thing happened before the procession.
But one thing happened before the procession.
The day before, a Brahmin thought he would joke with Nimai Pandit.
The day before, a Brahmin thought that he would joke with Nimai Pandit.
He said, "So you're getting ready for the wedding?"
So you're getting ready for the wedding?
And Nimai said, "What wedding are you talking about?"
And Nimai said, what wedding are you talking about?
So you're getting married?
You're getting married?
Is someone getting married?
Is someone getting married?
And he went back, this Brahmin went back
And the Brahmin went back
and told Sanatan Mishra,
and told
Raj Pandit Sanatan,
and he went and told Sanatan Pandit
what happened.
what happened.
And so then Raj Pandit, he thought, so Nimai, he refusing to marry my daughter.
So the Raj Pandit, he thought, so Nimai, he's refusing to marry my daughter.
And then he talked to his wife,
Then he talked to his wife,
talked to his kinsmen.
talked to his kinsmen.
So if he refuses, what can we do?
So if he has refused, what can we do?
We just have to accept it.
We just have to accept it.
Oh, he really did it to me this time. He really did it to me. He really did it.
He really didn't.
Did he?
Really?
He was in such anxiety.
He was in such anxiety.
So Nimai,
Nimai,
being the super soul,
being the super soul,
he didn't want the Brahmins to be in anxiety.
he didn't want the Brahmins to be in anxiety.
So he told one Brahmin,
So he told one Brahmin
to tell him it's all a joke.
to tell them it's all a joke.
They tried to play a joke on me, so I played a joke on them.
They tried to play a joke on him, joke on me, so I tried to play a joke on him.
But marriage will too, don't worry.
But marriage will go through, don't worry.
I go and tell that to them.
So you go and tell it back to him.
So when they heard that,
When they heard that, shh,
well, they were relieved.
they're very relieved.
Back to the procession.
Back to the procession.
So the Nimai was on a palanquin,
Nimai was on a palanquin,
and then he was with this far out procession,
and he was with this far out procession,
going through all the parts of Navadvip Dham,
going through all different parts of Navadvip Dham,
and ending up at the house of Raj Pandit Sanatan,
ending up at the house of Raj Pandit Sanatan,
where he duly married Vishnupriya.
where he duly married Vishnupriya.
So Vishnupriya is not different from Sita.
So Vishnupriya is non-different from Sita.
That means she is Bhudevi.
That means she is Bhu Devi.
And Lakshmi Priya is Sri Devi.
And Lakshmi Priya is Sri Devi.
So this marriage was a very opulent marriage.
So this marriage was a very opulent marriage.
And all the students on my Pandit were rejoicing.
All the students of Nimai Pandit were rejoicing.
They were so happy
They were so happy
that he was getting married.
that he was getting married.
You see, these pastimes, the different devotees,
These pastimes with different devotees,
they get to participate.
they get to participate.
They may not know that the Lord is the Supreme Personality of Godhead,
They may not know that the Lord is the Supreme Personality of Godhead,
but they love Him.
but they love Him.
They love Him and love Him and love Him.
They love Him and love Him and love Him.
And then they participate in these pastimes.
And then they participate in these pastimes.
That's why the Navadvip Dham is considered to be non-different from Vrindavan.
That is why Navadvip Dham is considered to be non-different from Vrindavan.
Because so many people, they love Lord Chaitanya.
Because so many people, they love Lord Chaitanya.
They don't know that Lord Chaitanya is the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
They don't know that Lord Chaitanya is the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
He keeps that well kept secret.
Yeah, he keeps it as a well-kept secret.
Sometimes he reveals,
Sometimes he reveals,
like what you heard, he revealed to Keshav Kashmiri.
like what you heard, he revealed to Keshava Kashmiri.
But then Keshav Kashmiri can't tell anyone.
But then Keshava Kashmiri cannot tell anyone.
So in the pastime of Lord Chaitanya,
So in the pastime of Lord Chaitanya,
he did not reveal his actual identity.
he did not reveal his actual identity.
Just on one or two occasions,
Just on one or two occasions,
because Advaita Goswami had invoked his,
because Advaita Gosai had invoked him,
so to prove that he was Lord Krishna,
so to prove that he was Lord Krishna,
he showed.
he showed.
But generally,
but generally
he didn't show.
he didn't show.
And like people, I heard today, they would spontaneously want to give him gifts.
People, they spontaneously wanted to give him gifts.
He was so considerate that he thought
He was so considerate that he thought
if I defeat Keshav Kashmiri, open debate, he may be
if I defeat Keshava Kashmiri in an open debate,
insulted,
he may be insulted,
he may have his elephants and wealth plundered.
he may have his elephants and wealth plundered.
So he thought, how can I do the job without
So he thought, how can I do the job without
making him suffer?
making him suffer?
So the Lord Chaitanya is all merciful.
So Lord Chaitanya is all merciful.
Even when he chastises someone,
Even when he chastises someone,
he does it in such a way
he does it in such a way
that he's considering all the surrounding situations.
that he was considering all the surrounding situations.
And in the pastime with Vishnupriya,
In his pastimes with Vishnupriya,
he was also very considerate.
he was also very considerate
To realize his confidential purpose.
to realize his comprehensive purpose.
He had to take sannyas.
He had to take sannyas.
So the various pastimes of Lord Chaitanya,
So there are various pastimes of Lord Chaitanya,
and then he had not yet started the Sankirtan movement. He had not yet started.
he had not yet started the Sankirtan movement.
When how far did he get?
How far did you get? I think it's Keshava Kashmiri. How far did you get? Keshava Kashmiri was the last.
Till Keshav Kashmiri. Till defeating Keshav Kashmiri. Sankirtan Yatra.
Yeah.
Did he talk about taking initiation from Ishwarapuri? Initiation from Ishwarapuri? No.
And here, should I see on that?
Pardon?
And here, should I see on that?
Should I end here or speak on that? 5 more minutes. 5 minutes. What is the closing time today? They said we were told it's 7:30. If you want, he can speak. If you want, he can speak. They can extend a little bit.
So I think you heard how
So I think you heard how
Ishwarapuri,
Ishwarapuri,
huh?
Keshav Kashmiri.
Ishwarapuri
Ishwarapuri
visited Navadvip.
visited Navadvip.
And so he was there in the house with Jagannath Mishra.
He was there in the house with Jagannath Mishra.
He was there at Advaita Gosai.
He was there at Advaita Gosai.
And then when Jagannath Mishra passed away,
And then when Jagannath Mishra passed away,
after 1 year or so,
after 1 year or so,
I went to the Gaya
Nimai went to Gaya
to offer the pindi.
to offer the pindi.
There's a lotus footprint of Gayasura.
Gayasur.
There is a lotus footprint of Gayasur.
I don't know, lotus footprint.
I don't know if it's lotus footprint.
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 And then, the lotus footprint of Gadadhar
Lotus footprint of Gadadhar
holding down Gayasura.
holding down Gayasur.
So Gayasura said, as long as people come to offer puja, I'll stay down.
Gayasur said that as long as people come to offer puja, I will stay down.
If no one comes, I'll get up.
If no one comes, I will get up.
So every day there's some people that offer puja.
So every day there is some people who offer puja.
I went there,
I went there,
I saw Prabhupada's name.
I went there and I saw Prabhupada's name.
He had gone with a group of devotees
He had gone with a group of devotees
to the Vishnu Gaya.
to Vishnu Gaya.
Lord Chaitanya, he went some 500 years ago,
Lord Chaitanya, he went some 500 years ago
and he met Ishwarapuri there.
He met Ishwarapuri there.
So he told that I should be initiated.
He was told that I should be initiated. He told that I should be initiated.
Please give me initiation.
Please give me initiation.
But Ishwarapuri, the favorite disciple of Madhavendra Puri,
Ishwarapuri was the favorite disciple of Madhavendra Puri.
he at first denied to give him initiation.
He at first denied to give him initiation.
Lord Chaitanya, he said, what is the use of me living
Lord Chaitanya, he said, well, what is the use of me living
if I can't be initiated?
if I can't be initiated?
So being afraid that he may take his life,
So being afraid that he may take his life,
Ishwara initiated him.
Ishwarapuri initiated him.
And he began to chant and dance
And he began to chant and dance
in the Vishnupad temple.
in the
Vishnupad temple.
in the Vishnu Gaya temple.
And then he saw so many people were watching him.
Then he thought that so many people were watching him.
So he performed the pindi for his father.
Then he performed the pindi for his father.
And then he ran across the Falgu River.
Then he
Ran across.
ran across the Falgu river.
You know, Falgu Vairagya.
You have heard of Falgu Vairagya?
Falgu River
Falgu river
has no water,
has no water,
apparently.
apparently.
Looks dry.
It
Looks dry.
looks dry.
But if you dig a little beneath the surface,
But if you dig beneath the surface,
you find water.
you will find water.
So there is a saying that Falgu Vairagya
So there is a saying, Falgu Vairagya,
looks renounced.
looks renounced.
You dig a little on the surface, you dig a little under the surface,
But if you dig a little under the surface,
so much water.
so much water.
So Falgu River
So Falgu river
looks dry,
looks dry,
but it's filled with water.
but it's filled with water.
People tend to go on that river and use it as a open-air toilet.
People used to go on that river and use it as an open-air toilet.
Still do.
Shouldn't do.
Still do.
Still do.
Apparently Sita cursed the river.
Apparently Sita cursed the river.
And that's another pastime.
That's another pastime.
Lord Chaitanya was going, Vrindavan Vihavila Bhagavan Shri Krishna Ki.
He was,
I'm going to Vrindavan.
I'm going to Vrindavan.
Then there was Akashvani.
Then there was an Akashvani.
Now is not the time for you to go to Vrindavan.
Now is not the time for you to go to Vrindavan.
Have to go back to Navadvip Dham,
Now you have to go back to Navadvip Dham
start the Sankirtan movement.
and start the Sankirtan movement.
Later you can go to Vrindavan.
Later you can go to Vrindavan.
So that was a message from the pastime director.
So that
Pastime director.
okay. So that was a message from the pastime director.
In Vrindavan, it's Vrinda Devi.
In Vrindavan, it's Vrinda Devi.
I don't know if who covers in Gaya.
I don't know who covers in Gaya.
Maybe Radha Swami can tell us.
Maybe Radhanath Swami can tell us.
So, Lord Chaitanya headed back to Navadvip Dham.
So Lord Chaitanya headed back to Navadvip Dham.
And then he stopped at Kanai Natsala.
Then he stopped at Kanai Natshala.
That place is now under ISKCON.
That place is now under ISKCON.
And while Lord Chaitanya was sitting,
Lord Chaitanya was sitting,
he saw a village boy
he saw a village boy
playing on a flute
playing on a flute
in a distance. In a distance.
In a distance.
He was watching.
He was watching.
The boy got closer,
The boy came closer,
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 closer.
closer.
He had sharp earrings.
He had sharp earrings.
He had special turban on his head with a peacock feather.
He had a special turban on his head with a peacock feather.
He was playing on the flute.
He was playing on the flute.
He had a threefold bending form.
He had a threefold bending form.
It was Krishna.
It was Krishna.
It was Krishna.
It was Krishna.
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 Lord Chaitanya, he was amazed
Lord Chaitanya, he was amazed
how Krishna had come.
how Krishna has come.
And Krishna came up right to him. Krishna came to him
And Krishna came to him
and hugged him.
and hugged him.
Lord Chaitanya was overwhelmed.
Lord Chaitanya was overwhelmed.
And then Krishna let go and ran off.
But then Krishna let go and ran off.
Lord Chaitanya, he followed after Krishna.
Lord Chaitanya, he followed after Krishna.
But Krishna escaped.
But Krishna escaped.
And Lord Chaitanya was rolling on the ground.
And Lord Chaitanya was rolling on the ground.
I had Krishna.
I had Krishna.
I had Krishna.
I had Krishna.
I lost him.
I lost him.
I lost him.
I lost him.
Haribo.
Haribo.
That place where Lord Chaitanya rolled on the ground
That place where Lord Chaitanya rolled on the ground
is still there.
is still there.
When Lord Chaitanya came back to Navadvip,
When Lord Chaitanya came back to Navadvip,
he was changed.
he was changed.
And when all the devotees at the house of Sukla Brahmachari,
He met all the devotees at the house of Shuklambra Brahmachari.
then they had a special desire tree.
There had a special desire tree.
Whatever flower you wanted was produced.
Whatever flower you wanted was produced.
So now he told the devotees,
Then he told the devotees,
They don't know what it's like. They don't know what it's like
you don't know what it's like
to have had Krishna
to have had Krishna
and then lose him.
and lose him.
Oh. And then he hugged a Tamil tree.
Then he hugged a Tamala tree.
So, from here on, Lord Chaitanya is on the roller coaster of the Sankirtan movement.
From there on, Lord Chaitanya was on a roller coaster of the Sankirtan movement.
Haribo.
Haribo.